Hi, guys.
Hello.
It's so good to be back here with you. I'm Jack, and this is the lovely Miss Tiff.
That's me.
Mrs. Sexy is what I like to call her.
That's true. You do call me that.
It's so good to be back here live again with our Energized Empath live show. And if you don't know who we are, we're Tiff and Jack. And we're all about helping empaths align with their true selves so that you can enjoy more power, more prosperity, deeper connections, life just feeling massively better because you're so damn self-aware. Like that's what we do. That's why we're here. That's why we're having our class today. Today's topic is all about you taking action the easy way.
Yes, taking action, our favorite topic. Hey, let's see who's here with us.
I thought you were gonna
I was waiting. I felt you go.
I know, me too. So give us a shout out. Where are you calling in from? It's always really fun for us. We love the live show. We do the podcast and we do the live show. And the podcast is the same topic, but it's going to have its own energy and feel. And then we get here to the live show, and this is where we get to talk to you. And Tiff is having a moment because she's saying the sexiest coaches
in the 801. That made me laugh.
Nice, Alondra. Nice. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Merritt. Wendy, we're so glad you're here. Rita, Kelly Percival from Australia, Las Cruces, New Mexico, Luann, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, Texas in the house. We're all over the world. Florida, Tampa, Florida. Wow, this is so awesome. So awesome to have everyone here. Very, very, very good. Today's topic is one that will really support you. It is the next step or the next level of the basic law of attraction. The Secret, if you watch The Secret, this is kind of the missing piece that they then talked about in The Secret version 2. What was that called? I don't even know. What the second one?
Something about The Secret.
Yeah.
But, it was the sequel. And I was so glad that they did the sequel because they did talk about how they left out pretty much most of the topic of taking action with setting your intention. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't use your thoughts to create your reality. Oftentimes, you're not taking action and something can be dropped right into your lap. But for the most part, we have to take action. We're going to talk about ways to make it easier because we are all about making things easier.
That is our MO.
Mm-hmm.
That is our MO. Okay, so as we go through and as we do this training today, you are welcome to ask your questions, or maybe you need a little clarification, or you want to share something that comes up to top of mind to share about the topic that we're discussing. Pop it in the thread, drop it in the thread. That's where we get to engage with you. This is our opportunity to literally or virtually rub shoulders with you. And we love it.
Yeah,
it's really, really
super
good.
Fun. It's so different than the podcast.
Oh my God, so different.
There's engagement.
Yeah, it's
I
a lot.
like it.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and you get to see Tiff roll her eyes, right? Just like that. She is a master eye roller. As we were
what made you think of that?
Because as we were recording the podcast, she likes to fiddle with things. So she's talking.
I was going like this with my eye drops.
She was playing with the eye drops, and the microphone tends to pick things up. So
what does Jack do? He gently reaches over and takes it out of my hand, and I go,
"Oh, pig eye! I got the pig eye."
That's a little reality for Tiff and Jack right there. We have missed you too, Rita. We've missed doing this. So last week we didn't do it because we were on vacation. It was the best vacay ever.
It really was so fun. We were spontaneous. We just shopped and we ate and we took naps and we laughed and we played and we watched movies on our new TV. That's so awesome.
Yeah, technology should not be that awesome.
Yeah,
like it's a sin. It's so cool.
Awesome.
It's about as thick as a credit card.
It's very
no kidding.
Fun.
Like if you were to go like this, it kind of bows. It's just freaky, but it's pretty amazing. And we really did have a great time. It was a great rejuvenation. We actually did a staycation. So we stayed here because
Because we love our bed.
Listen, our intention is to create a vacation lifestyle, and we have certainly done it. So sometimes it's a little like, oh, do we
hard to leave home?
So there were many things that we have been wanting to get done for a very long time. And we thought we were going to go to Idaho and go to some of the wine vineyards because I'm such a wine vineyard person. And I love to connect with the plants and get totally drunk while I'm there.
Let's be honest.
We should do a podcast doing that. But
we've done one.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
But we decided to stay home, and I don't know. I think we shopped most of the time.
It was so fun.
And we're still not finished.
We took a lot of naps.
Yeah, it was really great. And we went to some amazing restaurants that we have not been to in this area. And it was just an extraordinary experience. It was just a time of deliciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so excited to be back because we are here to help you all stand in your power as empaths and change the world. So we're back in the saddle.
We are back in the saddle. It's really important for you as an empath to have support on your journey because it can feel very solitary and you can feel very alone and overwhelmed sometimes. But we come on to remind you, number one, of how powerful you are, that you're one of the most powerful people on the planet because of your sensitivity, not in spite of it.
Yep, because of it.
Mm-hmm. And then we give you tips and ideas and new thoughts that you plant those seeds and you take them on and you take action and your life will continue to evolve and grow. And you're not alone in the journey. You don't have to do it and try to figure out what's wrong with you or why you're too much or too emotional. Nope. We remind you that the way you are is right and it is good. It's very important.
And not only are you here as the strongest people on the planet, you have a lot of self-awareness, a lot of generosity, a lot of kindness, and you're also here to experience a life of abundance in all things. So you're here to have joy just as much as everyone else
huge
does.
Joy.
And so that's why we talk so much about setting intentions and working with the universe and mindset. And Jack is a brilliant mindset coach. And I do all the spiritual yumminess and teach you also about your brain. So we just have so much to share with you each week that will really enhance your life and support you as you move forward, creating what it is that you love.
Mm-hmm. And I would encourage you to just choose one thing as we talk. Something's going to come to top of mind as we talk about it. Just pick one thing to take action on when we're done and really apply it to your life. And then next week when we hop on, let us know your win. What was your takeaway from the week before and how it improved your life and how you're feeling stronger, more, having more confidence, more courage, more power in yourself and your gifts, your sensitivity. And let's just create this ongoing conversation around this.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
I have some fun questions to ask you through the show today because we'd love to hear from you. We love to hear all the things that you want to share because we just love to feel connected. One of the ways that we, Jack and I, feel deeply connected and we share with you is table topics, do-it-yourself therapy. And you'll notice these cards. Now, on our podcast, you never see these cards, but this is what they look like. And we always ask a few questions so that Jack or I can answer it. You learn a little bit more about us, but also we would love it if you would answer the questions in the strand and also write them down so that you can ask the people that you're close to so you can get to know them just a little bit better.
Hey, someone loves your hair.
You love my hair?
Someone loves your hair.
Thank you. Who is it?
I don't know. It's a Facebook user. Is all we can see.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It takes a lot of
sexy
product
hair.
to
Really
do this.
sexy hair. I love it.
It's very stiff.
Sometime we need to just record everything leading up to the beginning of our
you
show.
would laugh. It would be a reality
very
show.
Funny. I always, when I'm pulling up the timer, the 5-minute countdown, which is very effective. It works great because it gives all of you time to gather in. And I am always so worried the microphone's on and that we're going to say or do something that is
I think it would just be so
improper.
Funny. I don't know why you worry about that because if they could hear the truth, it would just be super funny because you're always a perv.
Exactly my point. It would be a little TMI. A little TMI.
It would be so awesome.
It would probably burn your ears and make them bleed.
I don't think so.
It could.
Okay. So shall we do and you're answering today.
Okay, yeah.
Can you handle it?
Are they the same questions I've already answered?
They are not.
Damn it. I was really hoping.
You're going to have to think on the fly, baby.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Number 1.
Okay.
And to our viewer, please share.
So I'm not alone.
If you feel brave, you can share. Here we go. Which of your teachers did you more harm than good? If you even had one, you were always the teacher.
I really loved my teachers. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, probably, what was his name? He was my social studies teacher in 9th grade, and he was an asshole. And he literally.
He was?
Well, I thought he was. It was because he threw one of those big, long erasers at me and hit me upside the head with it.
Did he really?
Yeah, and I don't even know. I never do anything wrong. There's no way I could have been.
Well,
obviously, I was doing something to push his buttons.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
that would be very.
Seminary. I'm with you. Wow.
Lisa, more harm than good. Seminary. I hear you, sister.
3rd grade teacher for Kim. Cheryl, my 4th grade math teacher. Kim Nelson said my teacher did not like me. Cecilia, math teachers.
What's going on with the math teachers?
Right. Science, 5th grade science.
I'm sorry, you guys. Maybe this was not
my first
question.
Oh, right. It's a good question for you because it was your 1st grade teacher that said to Tiff, "No wonder your dad left. You're such a bad little girl."
Do we have to bring that up?
Oh, that's the worst teacher story I've ever
I wasn't
heard.
going to say anything about my experience, but I have tons of nasty teacher experiences. And here I am a teacher. It must have,
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to be nice to all my students.
Okay, so Rita said middle school teacher used to walk up and whack your hands with a ruler. Corporal punishment was a real deal. We'd get paddled.
Is totally true.
Yeah,
totally true. I was part of that.
Yep. Kindergarten teacher, she was, it's going fast. This is awesome. Kindergarten teacher, she was a happy woman, but mean to all of her students. That's such an empath. We keep seeing the good. Little did he know, Alondra. Oh, what did Alondra say? Little did he know I was fresh off the boat. My health teacher in 7th grade made fun of my bad English in front of everyone.
Oh, Alondra, that's terrible.
Yeah, that is. 1st grade teacher used to hit his students. Now you wonder why Tiff and I have a job.
Yep.
Why is to counterbalance.
I can relate to all of your stories, my friends. I can tell you I have had the worst teacher experiences, and I'm not going to share them with you because I'm not going to drag you down.
No, we asked everyone. They're bitches, LOL. Kindergarten.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So, okay. Let's move on to a little positive, positive question. So we don't
Thank
cry.
you for sharing. I think thank you, Merritt. I appreciate that. I do, this is real life. So it's interesting to find out how many of us had a teacher that was not very nice.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
I'm excited to ask this.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I want to see what you have to say.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, and go ahead and feel free to answer this. What are you a control freak about?
Everything. I have to check myself every day. Every single day. It is so my nature to just make everything streamlined, to make it work the best, according to whom is the question, to me. So I'm always thinking about ways to make everything better. Sometimes it's really awesome. It works great in our business. But when I try to control Tiff, like taking the thing out of her hand because I'm concerned it's going to be causing noise on the microphone.
Right here, when I'm going like this, I just am a fiddler all the time. I'm always fiddling.
So yes, I am very intense. Lisa Blackburn Cousins, the dishwasher. I hear you.
The fucking dishwasher.
I load the dishwasher, and if someone else loads it, I have a practice to just keep my hands off of it. Just start that.
Well, this is how we've learned to work that out. Is I just don't load the dishwasher.
Yeah, it works out great that way. She cooks, I clean. It works. So one of you asked, why don't I see all the comments? I'll tell you why. Because we are streaming in a lot of different places. So wherever you're joining us from, you're only going to see the comments from the people that are there. Because we're on our YouTube channel, we're on our Facebook page, we're on all of our groups.
So listener, or not listener, viewer, do we have their name?
I don't know. No.
Okay, so if you're on my private page, it doesn't. Most of the people are on the Connected Empath page.
I wouldn't say most.
You wouldn't?
Nope. It
Okay.
isn't. So that's why we're going to be giving feedback. You'll hear us speaking to the questions that are coming in. You'll hear us speaking to the comments and calling names, not calling names, calling out you beautiful humans. And we do that so that you can kind of engage with the other comments, but you won't see a lot of them, but we'll make sure and speak to them.
That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Good job sharing, you guys. Okay. Is the silent, now this is for you too, to our viewers. Is the silent treatment a method you use when you are angry?
Nope. Do I?
I don't think so.
I don't think I do.
I don't think you get angry very often.
No, only
Outwardly.
if you're upset at me.
Yeah, you get angry when I'm mad at you. That's it.
That is my big trigger, for sure. No, I don't use the silent treatment because I had it used against me so much, and it was one of my biggest triggers growing up. I hated it so bad that I make a point to at least communicate so that we can get this figured out. Sometimes my mother did. Yes. Oh, hell no. Luann said, no, but my ex did for weeks. That's a long time. Merritt, hell no, that's a punishment when it's done to me. I feel that way. Someone said, absolutely not. My mother used it as a weapon when I was younger, so I refuse to use it against anyone else. That's exactly, Bev, you and I. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? My mom did it a lot, Luann says.
So I just want to delve into this a little deeper.
Let's do it.
When I'm angry, I get very quiet, but I never think of it like I'm hurting you. I'm not going to talk to you. I literally will stop talking, or I will say super damaging, gnarly, nasty, hateful ass things. And I get very quiet when I'm angry because I don't want to spew gnarliness. And I have been known to have quite a razor tongue. So we've had many conversations about this because I will always come back when I'm not angry to discuss things every time. But in the middle
every time. No, it's good. I'm saying that's a really good thing.
Every
we do.
time.
We work through every single thing. We do not sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, and so that is one because I am a very fiery person. When I was younger, I had major rage problems, like major, and now I know why that was that way. But I learned to manage so I wasn't aggressive physically or verbally by being quiet and calming down, like letting the fire pass or burn out, and then I come to address it. But it's always, you don't really like that very much. But
no, I know that about you, and it's a different energy. Me being highly sensitive, I can read the energy difference between when someone's being literally passive aggressive and being silent as a weapon versus somebody that's like, yeah, I don't want to rip you to shreds with my words, and I'm really angry right now and need to calm down.
Yeah,
I know that you're a really passionate, strong person, and you can use your words very, very, very well. And when you're angry, it's awesome that you do that. And Victoria, she said, Mom, that's exactly how I am. I have to get quiet so I can settle my beast.
Yeah, you get that from me, darling.
I saw a couple other people that really spoke to that as well.
Yeah, I really have no intention of like shutting up to hurt you or to like, I'm not talking to you. No,
I don't feel
But I do, and you do know that when I do unleash.
It's painful. Makes me feel very sad. Very, very sad.
And then I feel horrible.
Something. Yeah. This is really good. Leona, I get very quiet too and try to settle the bitch inside me down first.
Yeah.
That's a really loving thing to do in a relationship. And if you have the bandwidth to say, you know what, I've just got to calm down before I talk, well, great. And if not, your person gets to know you and understand that this is part of your nature, is that you could say some really hateful things and you'd rather not.
You know, there's a misnomer out there that empaths are just soft and gentle and never feel any angry feelings.
That's not true.
Empaths can have the most wild shadow side of all people, because if you have that light-filled, blissful, spiritually connected, self-aware self, think of the exact opposite on the other side. Some of the people that have been the most fiery and wild are empaths that I've experienced in my life. So the shadow side of the empath is just as heavy and crazy as the bright side of the empath. So it's important to know that. Because you have to learn how to manage your energy all over the place. We can be very, very passionate, wild beasts.
I love so much what Lisa Cousins said. She said, when my husband and I fight and I want to scream at him, I usually go iron one of his shirts. So he really knows he's in the doghouse if he has like 10 iron shirts in the closet. He's like, oh no. Somebody said, welcome to the dark side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bev, oh yeah, I've said horrible things in the heat of the moment and felt awful.
Yeah.
And these are some of my biggest regrets. So I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We're all human and we are all effing messy.
Yep.
We all are. We all say and do things. We all get triggered. We all have ways of dealing with things. We all can regret certain things that we say or do. This is the human nature part of life.
Yeah.
And
Great combo.
Kim, isn't it funny that we're so kind, but can destroy at times?
That's
true.
true.
Part of your bigness of depth.
Yeah.
You're deep. So if it's going to be angry, it's going to be passionate.
Oh,
angry.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this over and over. I know many of you heard me say this before, but empaths are the strongest people on the planet. Sometimes to ourselves, we don't feel very strong because we feel so drained
and emotional and
like a victim because people are just assholes sometimes. But the truth is think about all the things that you've accomplished in your life or overcome in your life because of your strength. Think about it. Like really think about it. I want you to take time. Think about it. Okay. And you'll realize that it's like, yeah, I've been through a lot and I'm still here. So amen. Right. Okay, guys, we're going to get into the nitty gritty. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank all of you for sharing too.
I know. And I love to hear, I love to connect with all of you and hear and feel your energy as you're sharing. And you know what's awesome is that you're in the strand and you're all relating to each other. It's like, oh my God, I feel the same way.
Right? So the next time you're in one of these times where you're feeling really pissed as shit, and you're going to think back to all the other people too that feel and have those kinds of emotions. You're going to think of Lisa ironing her husband's shirt and you're going to think about it. And you're like, oh, it's actually really powerful. I'm going to step away right now and just take some time to cool down before I come back into this conversation. And wow, doesn't it feel so good to have so much awareness about yourself and about other people and about the world of the empath? And how brilliant and human you are.
You know what? I have to say, because I asked you the question, what do you do? Do you get quiet? You don't. You come over and hug me.
Yes, I really do. Because typically if we're in something, right, if something's going on, honestly, being honest, it's probably because I was triggered in some way and said some shitty thing, like honestly. And so it's probably a little easier for me to be the one to approach that because I sparked it. Typically, I'm definitely more defensive. I get triggered. I make up a lot of stories and it's, it is.
Yeah. Well, you come over and hug me.
I just
feel like you're so brave to do that.
Maybe it's because I'm a masochist. And I want you to hit me, but she never would. So I'm like, I'm going to go right where she is.
There.
No, this is what I do. Do you want to know my secret? Like when we get in a conflict. So once we get past the initial blow up or pop off, whatever happens, right? Then I start asking myself, within myself, where am I responsible for this? What did I say or do? And I get really honest with myself about either what was said or done or not said. And if what my true intention was underneath. And sometimes like what I would like it to mean and what it was really going on doesn't match, right? And I have to be honest with myself. And then I will approach it from that angle. And I really do feel very, I love getting our skin close to each other. I love coming into Tiff's space and just reminding her that I just love her, and I do and say really stupid things sometimes, and to find our way back through, and also to listen to her feelings of how it affected her. Now, this is the perfect picture I'm painting for you. It's not always so clean. It's always a little messy around the edges, but I really do go within to identify where I'm responsible for what's happening. I really literally do.
Yeah, I appreciate
and how I
that
can, to really understand my own self-awareness is what we're here to do. Like, we're here to become more and more and more self-aware so we can raise in frequency and vibration to attract all the abundance that's ours to enjoy. That's what this whole life is about.
True.
Everything is experiential in nature. They're just experiences for us to take away. Does this feel good? Does it not feel good? What do I need to do different? What can I let go of or choose a new choice to show up in a way that's more aligned? That's what it is.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
I liked this conversation so far. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to talk about taking action. So I'm going to give you 5 easy steps. 5. To help you take.
Our hands. That's all meaty.
I have pretzel sticks and you have meaty paws.
Meaty.
Action is absolutely essential for creating a life that you love. And oftentimes as empaths, we feel overwhelmed, drained, just exhausted, sometimes depressed, things like that. And we're just like, I just can't do it. I don't have the power. So we're going to talk about 5 EV wave to be able to do this, because action is your momentum. It's the fuel. It's the energy that fuels you. So number 1 is that you need to know you have to take action. There's no way of getting around that. So we all have to take action. We have to get up and live our lives anyway. And I want to go in a little deeper with this topic, because in the law of attraction, when people start working with the law of attraction, oftentimes they just focus on change your thoughts and it changes your reality. Absolutely true. But when you put action in it, you gather momentum and energy. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to take action if I am not certain that what I'm doing is going to bring me the best result. And why don't you talk about taking imperfect action?
Okay, taking imperfect action is the reason that we are so highly successful in our business, in our life, but especially business. I'll speak from that angle, because I'm the business foundation builder and Tiff is the intellectual property. And because I am such a perfectionist, if I waited until I was taking perfect action, we would never get a fucking thing done. Okay, it is so impossible to run and be an entrepreneur and run a high-level business waiting to take perfect action. You will never, ever, ever, ever get there. And once I learned how to implement fast, I'll take something new. Okay, so I learned something new. I see what needs to be taken action on for me, and I just go for it. And it's going to be messy, and I work my way into the result that I want, but I have to start from a really messy place. So taking imperfect, I think that first step should always have imperfect action as part of it, because that's what we all have to do with every single thing that we want. We have to take imperfect action. Just get started. Just take that first step, take that first action towards those dreams, those goals, your desires, trusting yourself, being confident. Just step out and put yourself in that position, and you'll get stronger and better at it every day.
And here's like the best news. And I talk about this all the time, and I hope that you all can hear me when I say this, that, when you get in your car and you put an address into maps and it tells you how to get there, and you're driving and you make a wrong turn, and then maps recalibrates and takes you to the destination, just gives you a different way to get there.
Perfect example.
This is what we're talking about. You may not be making the most perfect decision for efficiency of how to get to your goal, but the universe comes in and recalibrates and helps you get there anyway.
Every single time. It is all you have to do is do it, right? Just get started. And the universe, I love that analogy of the GPS and the navigation system.
Absolutely.
That's getting us right where we want to be. And we take 10, 20 different turns that we could have taken different. This is life. If you really think there's only one path to get to where you're going, you're telling yourself a story that is going to keep you completely immobilized. Yeah. It'll keep you stuck. Every decision we make is taking us right where we want to be. Just start making those decisions and take action every step of the way. It feels so much better this way.
Yeah, and it's pretty amazing. It just reminds me of the story, and I know I've shared this a lot lately, and I'm going to share it again. Okay. So bear with me.
I'm going to say something about the stories we reshare. Every time we reshare one of our stories, we are coming from a higher frequency when we share it. Every time you hear us share and reshare, you're going to hear all of our stories a million times, but you're going to hear it with new ears because we're speaking it with a new voice.
That's true.
So remember always, that's the truth.
You know, when I was young, I was a full-blown empath. I was an intuitive empath. I was a physical empath and an emotional empath. And I was kind of a disaster, to be honest. I was having all kinds of spiritual experiences I couldn't understand. All kinds of things were happening. I was feeling sick all the time because I was absorbing other people's physical illnesses, all kinds of things. So I just really wanted to stay in bed a lot. And my mother was also an empath, and she was a very strong woman, and she was a single mom taking care of me and my two brothers, and she had to get up and live anyway. And when I would try and stay in bed instead of going to school or getting up and doing chores or whatever, she would say this to me. She said, "You have to get up and live anyway." She says, "I know you don't feel good. I know you feel sick. You have to get up and live anyway." I was so pissed, you guys. I was so mad at her. I thought, could you throw me a bone? Give me a break here. Like, do you not have any empathy at all? And she really did. And she said, if I don't teach you this now, you're never going to be able to take care of yourself when you're older. And let me tell you something. I was mad at her then, and I am so grateful to her now because I live a huge life. And I am a full-blown empath. I still have the daily drain sometimes. I still have to manage physical pain on occasion if I absorb someone else's energy. I work with thousands of empaths all over the world inside their energy. I have so much going on. We have 6 children and their person and a grandchild and a home to run and a worldwide business. We are very, very busy people. If I didn't know that I had to get up and live anyway and take action, I would never be able to enjoy the life that I enjoy today. And I'm telling you right now that even if you're drained, now do not get me wrong. I am all about resting when you need to and recharging, taking your alone time every day and doing things to manage your energy. But I'm also here to tell you that you are here to take action. You were going to say something?
Yes, I was going to say something because for 13 years, I have watched her and me have times when we're walking into a session that maybe she's not feeling that great and she shows up anyway. Maybe we just are in a conflict. We check it at the door and walk in and go at the highest level. And every single time we step into our session with our clients, guess what? Because we're making a decision to leave our shit there or leave our pain there or leave whatever it is there. And we walk in at a higher frequency and we walk out of that session feeling a million times better.
That's true.
Every time. You are an empath. So you get to have that same beautiful opportunity. And if you have committed to doing something and you have the wherewithal to get up and do it and to do it anyway, you walk in with that place of power with you. And by the time you're done, you're going to feel stronger than you did before.
Yep.
It's every true time. Principle. It's beautiful. It gives back. When you give, you get back.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Totally true. Mm-hmm. Okay. What number are we on?
1, 2.
Number 1. So now it's 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So number 1 means you need to take imperfect action. Okay. Number 2 is break things down. This is so critical, my sweet empath cohorts. You've got to break things down into bite-sized pieces. And I also learned this from my mother. Thank God she was so smart. because I was so overwhelmed as a kid. If she was like, you need to go in and clean your room, I would literally fall on the ground and sob. She's like, you got to sit down and do your math assignment with, those little
time drills
for math, and you'd have the 100 problems and have to get it done in 5 minutes. I would sit at the table for 2 hours and sob because I couldn't fathom how I would get it done. And so this is what she did. Is she got a piece of red construction paper and cut out a little square and put it over the whole paper and said, see that one problem, that's all you have to do right now. And I could do that. I'm like, well, 4 plus 1 is 5. So I would write it down. She says, now move it to the next one. And I did that through the whole paper. And pretty soon I was the fastest in the entire class. And if she wanted me to clean my room, she'd give me a basket. And she said, I want you to get all the dirty clothes picked up in the basket and put them down the laundry chute. When you're done with that, I'll give you a new assignment. And she would break things down. So pick up all the yellow toys, then pick up all the red toys, then pick up all the blue toys. And pretty soon my room would be clean. And that's how I learned to navigate my overwhelm, is by breaking it down. And she used to call it, she says, remember, pieces, parts.
Victoria just said that. Pieces, parts.
Yeah, pieces,
our daughter
parts.
Victoria.
And it is the way I live my entire life. And because I break things down into bite-sized pieces, I'm able to accomplish a lot in a day. And a lot of bite-sized pieces is one huge success.
Mm-hmm. How do you eat an elephant?
Mm-hmm.
One bite at a time.
Oh, yeah.
True principle for taking action to make it simple.
That's right.
Instead of complicated.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How many of you have been so overwhelmed because one of the great gifts of the empath is we can see the whole picture. But when we see the whole picture, we're like, oh my gosh, it's such a big picture. How am I ever going to do that? You have to break it down. How many of you have seen the whole picture and you're like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Share with us how many of you have had that overwhelmed feeling of like, oh, I just got to go to bed. I can't do it. Is there anything you wanted to talk about breaking it down?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to move to number 3. And people are just like, yep, yes, yes, like right now. Me, yes. Yeah, so guys, breaking it down. And these next 3 steps are going to help you when you're breaking it down, okay? Okay, number 3, your fear will come up every time you take action, doing something different. This is normal. A lot of people think that when fear comes up, it is some mystical being saying this is the wrong direction. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, that is not accurate. You are going to feel afraid. Every single thing you want in your life that you don't have at this moment is outside your comfort zone.
Everything.
Right?
So that means you're going to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
When you're doing something new and you're taking action on something that feels hard, you're going to feel uncomfortable, and all of your fear is going to come up and try to tell you that you should stop, and that you should stay the same, that you should not shift or change or grow. And it's your job and it's my job to get up and do it anyway. Your fear is a great big fat lie.
That's right.
It's just a great big fat lie. It's just a sensation. It's just a flicker. It's just a thought that's popping through your brain. It's your amygdala. It's the survival part of your brain going, oh my God, go and hide in the closet.
You got to stay safe. Go away. Go away.
Yeah. Yes.
Why don't you talk about your bike riding? Okay.
So there was a couple of years that I got very big into bicycling. And I would ride my road bike hundreds of miles. And I rode probably, I think, 600-mile century rides. And then I was training for the big 215-mile ride in one day. And it was Seattle. I rode from Seattle, Washington to Portland, Oregon on my bicycle in one day. And I got to mile 185 and my right knee was swollen. I had been having knee problems. I didn't even know if I was going to actually be able to do the race. I had been training for 2 years to get there. And so my knee is swollen. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling like my body was just done. Like, I can't do this. And I drive up and there's our little family standing there. My kids were little and they were waving and smiling and they had a Coca-Cola. And I drank the Coca-Cola after getting myself up off the ground because I was laying on the ground, literally bawling my head off because I did not think I could do this. And I got back on my bike and I finished that race. And it was one of the most amazing challenges of my life that I overcame. And I draw on that experience all the time.
I am
when
so
I'm
glad
hitting a
you
wall
did
in
that.
business, or I'm hitting a wall in something that I'm trying to figure out or trying to build or trying to do, I remember what it felt like to finish that race. It was the end of the day. Everybody at the finish line was gone, except for my people, right? Those amazing little people standing there cheering, so happy. And I did it. And it was the hardest physical challenge I have ever made. And my body, for a week after that ride, every organ in my body hurt. It felt like my entire body inside and out was swollen and tired. And it made the difference for me. And I literally used that rising up and meeting that goal that I set for myself, because I wanted it so bad, just to know I could do it. It has supported me beautifully.
Right.
In my life. It was so
and you were
scary.
afraid.
I was so scared. Even at 185 miles, I literally, honestly didn't think I could finish. I thought it was over. It wasn't over.
And you did it anyway.
And I had all these beautiful little humans like cheering for me and saying, you got this, you got this. And everything we do, there's a silver lining. And I've never drank a better Coca-Cola. Okay, Coca-Cola and me, I think I hardly ever drink Coca-Cola, because that Coca-Cola, nothing can compare to it. It was like the magic elixir. Have you listened to my hypnosis? All of you that are empaths in our group, have you listened to the natural fast healing hypnosis where I walk you in and your healer person hands you an elixir? For me, it's a Coca-Cola that heals me.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything we want, it feels really scary. It feels impossible. You're going to hit roadblocks. You're going to hit walls. But when you just keep going and you keep taking action, you get back on your bike when you believe you can't, and you just push one more pedal stroke down and one more pedal stroke down.
One more step.
Right?
Yeah.
It's how you do it. It's how we do everything. And you're here to do really important things on this planet.
Yeah.
You're made for this.
Yeah.
You've got this.
Okay, my friends, number 4, stay in the present moment. How many of you have had the experience where you know what needs to be done, you know what action to take, yet you think about all the days you're going to have to take specific steps and you're so overwhelmed that you don't even begin? That's because you're not staying in the present moment. Tomorrow takes care of itself. It hasn't even happened yet. The past is done and over, so there's no reason to think about that. All you have to do is like, what is my action step right now? And that's it. If you can keep yourself in the present moment with just the action you're taking in any given moment, at that present moment, you're going to be able to reach your goals. I think about where Jack and I were 15 years ago and where we are today. And if someone would have told us all the steps we were going to have to take, all the actions we were going to have to take, all the things that we were going to be doing, all the decisions
we were going to make,
I would have run the other way until I fell off the earth. I would have said, there is no effing way I will ever be able to accomplish this, ever. And thank God I did not know all the things and all the action I would be taking. And I'm sure in 20 years, I'll be saying the same thing about
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's none of our business, right? I mean, today is our business. Our goal is our dream and our business. But when we think too big and we get too far out in the future, we're going to be so anxious. We're going to curl up in a little panic attack because it's going to feel impossible.
And then you'll start talking to yourself about all the what ifs. Well, what if this happens? I can't do that. What if this happens? I can't do that. And you start overthinking and overanalyzing and looking at all the ways things could go wrong. And I'm like, stop doing that. Just be in the present moment. You know what you want. The universe has got your back. The universe is going to deliver. All you have to do is walk. Just keep walking every day. Just do that one action for that day. I mean, on Sunday nights, this is how I live my life. I don't ever look at any of my clients who's on the next week. I never do that. I used to look I've got 15 clients. How am I ever going to get this taken care of and get my house done and the family party and this and get this shopping done and do this? Oh, I would get so stressed. So Sunday night, I just look at Monday and I make a plan for my next day as I'm going to bed. And I'm like, I'll get up at this time and do this and this and this. And then Monday
really
night,
powerful.
I look at Tuesday and I schedule everything in my schedule. And this is how I manage my energy as I break things down. I stay in the present moment. When I get afraid, I just get up and kick its ass and do it anyway and take action. And it works beautifully. And you're able to accomplish so much. Always, always remember that a lot of little steps is a great big success.
Leap forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted to share really quickly about how I handle my days, because we have really big calendar. We have a really big full calendar.
Yeah, we plan our year out.
Every day, every week,
Yeah.
every month, everything is planned and we know where we're going. And it is a lot. And how I break it down, how I chunk it down, a lot like Tiff. When I wake up in the morning, I look down my list of what's going on, what clients I'm going to see, what work I have, what meetings I have to attend, what meetings I need to have with our team. And then I start going through and connecting with my angels and asking for assistance in helping me get what kind of outcome do I want? How do I want the day to go? How do I want to feel? What kind of experience do I want to have when I'm working with this client or that client? What kind of breakthroughs am I setting my intention for? I'll connect my angels to their angels. It is such a powerful, easy way to get through every day from a very empowered place, because it's not only you tapping into your own power, you're actually opening up to all that help that is right there waiting for you to ask and to get clear on what you want. And that help, your helpers, our helpers, my helpers, they jump in like gangbusters.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful, and it helps
so
chunk everything down.
I was just reading some
Yeah,
of the
me
comments.
too. Breaking it down is what I needed to hear today. Thanks, it will help me. I do want to speak just really briefly. Irene, you said, I hardly trust as a result of major betrayal. I want to challenge you to take your power back from that person. Whoever that is just a person that made a really bad series of bad decisions. You pull your power back, tap it into your heart, get up and live your best day. Yep. That's how you take your power. Just today. Get up and live your best day just today. You've got this. Take your power back and get it back inside of yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else we need to? I'm glad we're what you need.
Good.
We're glad you're here. Seriously.
Sunshine gal.
Yep. Damn
that's
right,
so
Jack. I know.
That's so adorable.
Welcome from YouTube. We're so glad you're here. That's fun. Okay. So yeah, what's the next one? Let's move on.
Okay. The last one is to get rid of distractions. I love talking about this. Number one distraction I find across the board with all of our students and all of our clients is getting lost in other people's drama. It is not your job to save or rescue anyone but yourself. So you're here to create a life that you absolutely adore. And you're also here to be a great cheerleader, woo, for all the people that you love. But you are not here to save or rescue or to get enmeshed in the drama of people's hardships and experiences. And this is really tricky. Many of us codependent, or many of us empaths can come into a codependent experience. And I just want to remind you that your job is to create a life that you love and get rid of the distractions in your life. Doesn't mean getting rid of people. No. It just means getting rid of the drama. Do not anchor into the drama. Do not engage in talking about other people or gossiping. Start paying attention to what it is that you want. Today, I put a post on my private page about something that I've been observing. Is everywhere I go, I'm hearing other people's conversations and they're all talking about other people. And I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if they started talking about some of the things that they love, some of the things they experience, or some of the things they're creating. I had a great exchange with a dear friend of mine yesterday. I just said, tell me the best part of your day. She said, well, the best part of my day was going out to dinner before my husband and I went shopping. And I thought that was awesome. And I said, what did you eat? And she said, I ate a wrap. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Jack and I just ate a wrap. And we just kind of chuckled about that because I never eat wraps. And it was such a coincidence. And she asked me, what was the best part of your day? And I got to tell her the best part of my day was receiving, the 500 pictures from my surprise 50th birthday party that Jack threw for me a few days ago. And it was such a moving experience. And I got to share those pictures with her. And it was such a lifting exchange. And we weren't sitting there getting lost in drama or gossip or talking about other people. There's so many things that can pull us out of our own life. And we need to pay attention and release those distractions so we can be focused in our present moment in creating what it is that we are here to create and enjoy. You guys, you are here to have a luscious, delicious life experience full of joy and happiness. It doesn't mean you're not going to have your rough days. We all have our rough days. But for the most part, you're here to have joy. And that's why Jack and I are giving you these messages and these lessons and these classes and workshops and the programs that we provide is so that you yourself can begin to create a life that you really, really love. And you can just start experiencing all this yumminess instead of getting lost in the distractions of other people.
Amen, sister. Yeah, there's a lot of appreciation here coming in about the fact that we're standing here and that we're teaching this today and that we're talking with you about this. You are mighty powerful.
Oh yeah.
Don't buy into anything less than that. You're mighty powerful. And you get to live your best life. And that includes ups and downs. And the downs will take you right to the ups.
Yeah, right? That's right. That's such a good way to say it.
They're part of it. Without the down, you won't have that desire or that whatever it is that's pushing you, that's propelling you into what it is that more of what you want. Just stay the course. Be true to yourself. Be aligned with yourself. Take your power back. Don't give your power away to anybody. And if you do, just grab it and pop it back in your heart.
That's right.
Just
every
come back
now and
into
then
yourself.
We give our power to somebody.
We do. We
just have to take it back. It's not a permanent giveaway.
Nope. It's not a permanent giveaway unless you give it away permanently.
Yeah.
Right.
So the meme or the GIF that I put in with my little article, you might want to check it out. It's just a really simple article, but it'll get you thinking, is surround yourself with people who talk about visions and ideas, not people. So start talking about your vision, start talking about ideas, start asking people about their ideas. Ask someone, what's the best part of your day today? What's the best part of your day today?
Oh, the best part is right now. No question about it. So when we did the podcast, I had a different answer because it was right before we did the show. And my best part of the day is right now. Do you know how much I love seeing all of you share all of your thoughts and your comments and your 2 bits and your answers? It feels so fun. Right. I love the feeling of connecting with all of you. And it's so awesome to see Heather hop on and say, I'm here, I made it. And thank you for being here. This is a really big highlight reel of my day. Okay. I love it.
And I'd love to know from everyone before we get off the call or the show today, what is the best part of your day so far? This is always fun. So in Empath Rise and Thrive Light and in Empath Rise and Thrive, the full program, we have these assignments for people to share certain things every day. And oftentimes we'll say, what's the best part of your day today? And then we get to hear from all these amazing students about what's going on in their life. And it just really begins to enhance and lift the vibration of everyone on the page and all of the students. And you just join in this amazing vibration and experience. So what is the best part of your day? The best part of my day is at this very moment, feeling all of the connections here. I freaking love you guys.
Okay, here we go. Rita, right now, Cecilia, morning walk. I just got my hair done and that always feels so good.
Awesome.
Lisa, mine too, this present moment, and feels so good to share and be understood. Trish, best part, talking to a new friend. Kirsten, doing my dishes and listening to you guys. My kitchen is so happy.
Yay.
Something followed by this call. Fun. Being here watching this lovely live show, having lunch with 3 beautiful ladies, one who is 96.
Oh.
My workout this morning felt so great. The best part of my day, Jess says, so far is having a delicious IPA with my woman and lifting on vibes through this live.
Great.
Accomplished a difficult task. Watching my grandson, being able to surprise my girlfriend with chai, going to the park at 7 a.m. with my little family. Before this live, it was drinking my tea and water. The video, listening to both of you, is by far the best part of my day. Emotional intelligence workshop this morning. At this moment, I'm making bolognese sauce and pasta, and I'm going to feed everyone. Teaching my child to read, coffee with a friend, sitting on the kitchen floor with my friend, helping her with her cupboards, a run in the rain. This day has been amazeballs. My best part by far now. Today, my best part of my day is having the time in my studio to catch up with things like listening to the hypnosis and catching up with the live shows here. My Epsom salt bath with crystals. I have goosebumps as I listen to everyone. It makes me feel like bawling my eyes out.
Teary.
The best part is hearing you both and also reading the comments of everyone. For the first time in my 53 years, I no longer feel alone at this moment.
Oh, Irene, that's
so
great.
Beautiful. Each moment is a new best part.
Let's all just breathe that in.
We love you.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together. We love you. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you. And like we always say, we'll be back.
Yeah, next Thursday.
We'll always
next
be
Thursday,
back.
We're going to be talking about something just as great,
something exciting. Our podcast episode will get released by next Thursday. And it will be the same message. You might want to jump on and grab a listen to that because
it'll be different though.
Different type of energy because we're not, all your energy is not there with us. So have the time of your life. If you're not currently a member of our Connected Empath, or if you're somebody that's like, I'm an empath and I'm looking for some support and some guidance, find me, get in touch with me. You can send me a message through our email, info@tiffandjack.com. If you're like, I want to set up a little connect call and find out about the group coaching, what would that look like? How can I be a part of that? If you're looking for private coaching, I'm the person you need to contact, and we can set up a free connect call and just connect, and so that I can help you see where the blocks are that you have that are stopping you from living the biggest possible life, and see if we're a good fit for each other. I'd love that. But outside of that, Connected Empath, that's a great place to be because we've got some goodies coming your way in the Connected Empath Facebook group. Yeah. We would love to have you there. We love you.
We love you. And don't forget to eat dessert first.
Always. Life is meant to be devoured. Hey, Tiff and Jack, we love you.